are in the great room of my house here at the ranch on the Idaho-Montana border. Probably the place that I love more than anywhere in the world. There's quite a view from right here every morning when you're having your coffee. The Rocky Mountains that separate Idaho and Montana. Lots of history, lots of fun out there. Come on, I'll show you. Heading out of my ranch in the Big Hole in Montana, or one of them, I'm proud to say. And we're going to look over some of the things that I like to do when I'm not playing a guitar on a stage, and the reasons that I've been coming out here for over 20 years, and probably while I'll end up here. There's not many folks out here, and there's a lot of hunting and fishing, and a lot of gates, and I got to open one of them right now. My romance with Montana started in books and history and in school, but I think we had a show in Butte, Montana in 1966 or 67, and I was about 17, 18 years old then. And I had a friend in Nashville that told me about this buddy of his up in a place called the Big Hole, where they had been hunting and fishing at his ranch. And I came up and saw him, and at that time we drove around, we saw elk, we saw moose, and that's when a teenage Hank Williams Jr. knew that Montana was going to be the place for him. I started buying my first ranch here would have been about 1975. That's when I bought the first place. And of course I was nearly killed in the mountain fall up here on the Idaho border on August the 8th of 1975. I went down, according to the U.S. Forest Service, 500 and some odd feet. And I was very lucky to survive that. According to the doctors in Missoula, I shouldn't have survived that. And a lot of people wonder how I could ever want to come back to a place and look out a window at a mountain that I was nearly killed on. But, you know, some people like to water ski, and some people like to play tennis, and some people like to sit around the country club and sip martinis. And some people like to hunt and fish and make belt buckles and pistol grips and write songs and try to trap a red fox, and I'm one of those people. Hey, Dick. How you doing?
Good.
Folks, this is Dick Willie, man that got me off the mountainside up here in 1975, and Jack Barner. We hunt here a lot. There, you know, it's just an old pump well. There's no electricity, no indoor plumbing at all. This is as close to being a mountain man as you can get right here. A little too mountainous sometimes. So we lost the wood stove.
Yeah, we
lost.
Yeah, the snow ruined the
That's
chimney.
great. We got it here to put all this stuff in last year.
Okay, Hank, the problem we have here is last winter with the heavy snowfall, it ruined the chimney.
Yep.
and kind of ready to heck with our stove here. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have a little work done on that, and then it'll be ready to go.
Me and Dick just put this thing in last fall, and we were going to have this very elaborate wood stove, like they had about 1890 around here, to go with the pump outside. So that's part, when you start fooling with ranching, that's part of the headaches that come along. You get it put in, and the snow has wrecked it. We could have been having hot coffee right now. So there's always something to do when you decide you want to be a rancher. I came here the first time, I think it was in 1967, and I was a teenager, and Dick showed me a moose and an elk and several things that day. And you know, I was raised by a grandfather in South Alabama, and this country we're in right here is black bear, moose, elk, coyote, mule deer, lynx, bobcat, wolverine. Me and Dick found pieces of some rifles from the Big Hole battlefield when the cavalry and the Nez Perce Indians had a battle in 1877 here and retreated right through this area. It's a thrill for anyone that, you know, that likes out of doors or hunting and fishing, and it's definitely got an attraction that nowhere else has for me. All right, this is one of the first big game animals that I ever got. I was about 17 or 18 when I killed this big black bear. He's about a 400-pounder. He's a pretty big old boy. All right, here's two more black bears. These are from several years ago. These were taken on the back of the ranch here. We were having stock problem with these two, so that's why they're on the wall. And that's a Shiras moose. And a lot of people don't really realize that, but there's a lot of moose in the Northwest. They're not only in Canada and Alaska. In fact, there's quite a few moose here. They're on a quota system and a drawing system, and if you get lucky enough, you can run into one. And of course, this is a Rocky Mountain elk, the thing that draws so many hunters to Montana or Idaho, and he's just about the king, and he's kind of hard to get. This is a Rocky Mountain billy goat, and of course, I was nearly killed in a mountain fall in 1975, and we were up there photographing these goats. And I think they're one of the most beautiful, majestic animals. They can be on an outcropping at 8,500, 9,000 feet, and the wind blowing their coat, and they can just go straight up, straight down. They have all of my respect. And this is the reloading room. This is great therapy for Bocephus. I sit here and we make all our cartridges from little 32s up to big 5.77s, 50 caliber sharps, the old Buffalo guns. We sit here and load them all right here and go out here and try them out. Spend a lot of time in here.